People-pleasing is one of the most debilitating habits we can get ourselves into. It is practiced by so many of us in so many different ways on a day-to-day basis. Practices of tiptoeing around other people, being careful with what we say or what we don't say, and with particular people, feeling like we must say yes and agree with them all the time, is a core example of a people-pleasing trap. People-pleasing is probably one of the greatest ways to hold yourself back from experiencing so much of the freedom that is available to you in the here and now. Were you not people-pleasing, the likelihood is you would make different choices, but doing so may lead to you being deemed selfish or maybe not liked by other people, because other people are expecting you to selfishly serve them rather than selfishly serve yourself. However, it is important to note that the only reason you would choose to people please is because there is a benefit in it for you, or else you wouldn't do it. One of the likely benefits to people pleasing is that you believe you will remain liked and accepted by other people. This could be your friends, your family members, your associates, or it could be anyone you encounter a conversation with where you may notice the same people pleasing tendencies pop up. So I've decided to make this video as a way to help you or anyone who listens to realise that changing this one habit will shift so much in terms of the degree of personal freedom you are currently experiencing. It will literally take you to a whole new level. So what do I mean by personal freedom? And what does that look like? Well, what I mean by personal freedom is the degree of freedom you feel to be unapologetically fully you in a moment-to-moment basis. One example of what it might look like is through a feeling of safety in terms of interacting with other people. Perhaps there is a family event happening, or you are just dropping in to see a family member. You could be meeting up with friends for a chat, or you could be interacting online in a group gathering. Basically, any form of a peopling interaction on your part. Being a non-people pleaser allows such a relief of the unnecessary anxiety and stress typically associated with all the thoughts and built-up tension within your mind prior and throughout these interactions. But how does being a non-people pleaser make such a difference? While using this mentioned example, there is nothing you need to live up to in terms of how you show up. There are no expectations placed upon yourself in order to show up in any particular way. You also do not need to agree to anything that anyone may suggest or ask of you, which means you can drop that heightened sense of constant alertness, continuously scanning to make sure you're giving that person or everyone else around you what you feel they're needing from you. This feeling of personal freedom can also be felt in a way of liberation. You value yourself enough to prioritise and treat yourself no less than those around you in terms of importance of needs. In fact, you come from the perspective of your cup must be filled first in order to truly benefit others around you. So in such peopling situations, you are wired to ask yourself, how does this feel for me? Does this feel good to me or not? Does this environment feel like a good fit for me? Is what is being asked of me pleasing and respecting my personal values? You may also observe a feeling of liberation in knowing you do not need to carry a responsibility of filling in seemingly awkward silences when you're in conversation with other people. There's a liberation in knowing that, in fact, silence is okay and you do not need to overly extend yourself or speak more than you feel comfortable to in order to soothe someone else's potential uncomfortability. Ultimately, the greatest benefit of being a non-people pleaser is that you can serve so much more of your precious life force energy. Because there is so much energy that you can be harnessing and using in creative and feel-good ways instead of expelling and draining energy from your battery bank by constantly feeling you need to give of yourself in all sorts of different ways and situations. This is just one example. A notable byproduct of being a non-people pleaser is that it will allow a natural confidence to arise within you because you are expressing more and more of your true authentic self on a daily basis. So if you can relate to this video and the things mentioned, and you would like some help to outgrow such people-pleasing habits, I'm currently creating a powerful mini course titled The People-Pleasing Detox. I will add the link below in the description as soon as it is complete. I hope this video has helped you in some way, and thanks for listening.